Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of our entitled people. In today's episode, entitled woman wants my husband to pay for her Wally-World purchase. When my nasty coworker gave my cell number to my mother that I was trying to cut out of my life. Entitled uncle wants to donate his part of the house, so my family is taking him to court. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Entitled woman wants my husband to pay for her Wally-World purchase. I personally try to avoid Wally-World if at all possible, but sometimes I do break down and shop there. Today I was with my husband and we needed an odd assortment of items, and Wally-World was the best option to get everything in one place. So we go there and we decide to divide up and get in and out quicker. So hubby goes to home and garden while I go to the food and health/personal hygiene. We meet up at checkout with our two carts. Hubby tells me to check out at one self-checkout while he goes to another, but he will be done first, so he will come help me finish up and he will pay. So there is a woman at another self-checkout who sees him come over and pay for the items in my cart. She demanded that he pay for her items because he paid for mine. Hubby wasn't even paying attention because he was loading my purchases into his cart. So I turn to the woman who keeps trying to get his attention and tell her that he isn't going to pay for her stuff. She demanded to know why not, because he paid for mine. I told her, he's my husband and I sleep with him, and you don't. She responded that we don't look like husband and wife. Like, what does that even mean? El Mayo, what are spouses supposed to look like? Also, great answer. I hope she felt embarrassed. Probably not embarrassed at all. These people go through life with stupid requests and zero shame. Is she used to husbands and wives having family resemblances? It's not a standard by any means, but some studies say that people are more attracted to people with some similar features to themselves, like facial symmetry, eye shape, etc. Sometimes this is more noticeable, especially when the couple straight up look like siblings. I would mistake my cousin's wife as being a relative if I didn't know they are 100% not related by blood. Shouldn't have even mentioned that he's your husband. I sleep with him. You're not even on his radar. What have you got? If ever there was a time to respond with, where we come from, we don't marry our cousins. I'd love to see her face after saying that. This comment doesn't have enough upvotes. This is how you shut down entitled idiots quickly and embarrassingly. They have to feel the world looking down at them and judging. It's the only thing that gets through to them, it seems. If you're a multiracial couple, that's why she said it. Seen it. Had it done to me with an ex. When my nasty coworker gave my cell number to my mother that I was trying to cut out of my life. I spoke before in detail about my mother. Just know she's an extremely awful person I'm glad I have nothing to do with anymore. But this is about Ted, a coworker I used to have when I was in college and working part-time in a warehouse. Unlike me, Ted was a full-time employee, but he didn't act like it. We were about the same age though. Ted was a snoop. He loved gossip, and he loved to look for things. Ted also spent long periods in the bathroom listening to his MP3 just to avoid working. The first time he got written up was for bringing XXX material to work and reading it out in the open while on break. He called it BS and said our manager was a prude, but no one else sided with him about it. The second time Ted got written up, it was because he gave my cell phone number to my mother. She called my job pretending to be my girlfriend, and Ted gave her the number without question. How did he get it? All employees had their numbers written down by the manager. Most of the employees were part-timers like me, and employee turnover rates were high. So the manager had all our numbers written down at the ready to call someone and to take over a shift when needed, which was surprisingly often. I wouldn't call the manager an unpleasant guy, but he kept everyone at arm's length. Anyway, Ted gave my mother my first cell phone number, and she immediately used it to start calling and harassing me. Oh, he got in trouble for it when I complained to the boss, because it was in the rules you're not allowed to give out any personal information of your coworkers. Ted actually blamed the write-up he got for it on me and claimed I should have warned him. I pointed out that if I had a girlfriend, then she'd already have my number. She wouldn't need to ask a stranger for it. Ted gave me attitude and stopped talking with me at all after that. Ted got fired a few months later after being caught snooping in the manager's office again, which he'd been forbidden from entering. He made a big show of yelling, "Screw you. Screw this job," when he grabbed his backpack and ran out. I saw him again about a year later in the area working for a landscaping service. I rode by on my bike and slowed down when I saw him working a lawn mower. He didn't seem to recognize me, but I recognized him. Some people act poorly, don't learn anything, and blame everyone else for their own mistakes. They stop blaming others and learn feng shui. That way they can blame the furniture and how their house is facing the wrong way. Ted stopped talking with me at all after that. I'd count that as a win. Ted earned his karma. What a douche. Did Ted ever pay you the cost of getting a new phone number and informing the people you want to have it of the new number? Sounds like a major inconvenience. Entitled uncle wants to donate his part of the house, so my family is taking him to court. EU. Entitled uncle. M. Mom. GP. Grandpa. SD. Stepdad. I'm a 17F living in a semi-small town in Bulgaria. Our family mostly consists of good and not argumentative people, except my uncle, 41M. He is living in Berlin, Germany, and used to work as an opera singer. His biggest achievement being singing in La Scala. Our problems with him are not new. He is an alcoholic and the most entitled person I know. Every time he comes back home, there are always scandals. I remember hiding under a table when I was 5 or 6 because I was scared of him. We didn't have much problems with him, but everything changed in 2020. He lives off of the country cause he is unemployed. He says it's because of COVID, but the truth is that he stopped in order to look after his BF, 61M. They got on bad terms with my mom, 45F, because she wanted him to leave his BF, who is only using him and has even called the police on him multiple times. I was still on good terms with him, and we talked weekly. However, one day, while talking about my favorite band, he just started screaming at me and calling them bad names. I got mad and hung up on him. He was furious and started bombarding me with voice messages, calling me a B*TCH, a prostitute, a drug addict, and so on. Mind you, I was 14 at the time. He also said that he will be coming to Bulgaria without notice and beat me up until I learn my lesson. Later on, we got on good terms again cause I am a very forgiving person. A few months into it, I, again, broke things off with him cause he started to send death threats to my mom, wishing her cancer, calling her BF, my SD, 50M, a naive idiot and stuff. I told him that he is not mentally stable and that he needs to learn how to respect his family. We weren't talking for years after that. December 2023, he came back home for a month. He never apologized and demanded us to apologize for ruining his life. He told my mom that because of her and her bad karma, he has an alcohol addiction. He also told her that she has a child, me, because he let her use the house. 2 or 3 days into his visit, he became very violent and drank a lot, around 3L of 60 degrees rakia and a lot of beer and wine a day. He almost caused my GP, M75, a heart attack. His blood pressure was 200/140. That's a lot. Around 10 days later, he got an early ticket back to Berlin, using my GPS money cause he is so broke. Now, he wants to donate his part of our house, 1/3, in order to take a revenge on us. I made my mom call a lawyer, and now we will be proceeding with taking his part of the house. Where does he donate, or who does he donate his part of the house to? I'm just not very savvy on this stuff and very confused as to how that all works. To charity, probably. He doesn't want the money. He just wants to take revenge on us and shit. If he donates it, we will have to pay around $100,000. It's not entitled to want to donate your own share of a house. I'm not following your rationale. Exactly. The OP clearly has no idea what the term entitled means, nor does the OP have any idea what the terms storytelling and narrative mean. The original post was a rambling, incoherent mess. Basically, he can do what he wants with his share. I would not waste money on lawyers you will most likely lose. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.